Okay, right. Okay, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Alright, hello, I'm Sly Sonic. I run this game. I have Sippy on commentary.
Yo, what it do? Introducing to you one of the best episode 8 runners in the world. Let's give it up for Sly Sonic! Woo! Kill him, Tiger.
Hi. Alright, I do not have my own timer ready. Well, whatever. I'm going to get started pretty soon, but before I get started, let's explain some things. So, episode 8 is the last episode of the game. We're just going to play through the last episode because A, 80% is too long, and B, episode 8 has some cool exclusive strats that we can use the Feral Pounce ability for, and we can only get the Feral Pounce in this episode, so you're in for a treat if you haven't really seen a run of this before, so I am not prepared with my save files. I'll get started very soon, but yeah. We will see how this goes, so I will get started as soon as I pick Sly in the safe house, which I'll do after I load game. So we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright,
I believe in you.
Alright, great start. I fell down. That was not where I was meant to go. We are going to do some small pounce chains around this area. Pounce chaining is just one of the biggest techs that we can do with Feral Pounces that are exclusive to Feral Pouncing. And I missed the cutscene skip. Awesome. So ideally, in an ideal world, we would actually skip this cutscene by falling off the edge, but I apparently missed it. That's the easiest cutscene skip in this mission, so that's a good sign for me. Good omen for things to come. I've forgotten how long this cutscene is. It's been such a long time since I've watched it. But yeah, we are in Blimp HQ Recon, which basically has, I would say the toughest mission in, this episode. Trying to do some pounces. I tried to get a boost upwards, but that didn't quite work out, unfortunate. But we are going to enter the Blimp, and I'm going to go for a kind of tricky cutscene skip. If I hit it right, I will hit this guard off the edge, and that will fail the job, which will skip that cutscene. Very, very speedy. So now we need to go around. We need to go around the Blimp, taking 3 pictures of just things around the Blimp. In the meantime, I'm also going to be setting up for a cutscene skip. So let's see how well this goes. I want to throw a smoke bomb out here so that it distracts 3 out of the 4 guards. As we take these last 2 pictures around here. Yeah, so since we've distracted those 3 guards, we are going to take this 1 guard that was left behind and use him to set up a cutscene skip. I'm going to just break some stuff so I can make some noise and lure him over. There we go. So now this guard is after me. That will set me up perfectly for the cutscene skip. I'm going to take this last picture as I hit this guard off the platform. And if I do it right, then the guard should die, and after this picture thing goes away, it will show up with the job failed screen, like that. And that skips a really long cutscene, so that's actually very nice to get first try.
The job fail cutscene skips, altogether, they save over a minute already in the run, so
yeah, very
big movement, lots of time saved already.
Now we're going to just go around and collect some keys from guards. This will unlock the platform controls and let us land on platforms to disable them, because that makes sense. This is one of the more complicated missions, so it's whatever. do a big pounce boost over here to get here quickly, and now we have to follow a specific route to disable these big spitty platforms. And yeah, hopefully nothing too bad. I'm going to be using some really small tech called super jumping, where I set my ground position on that bouncer, so if I take damage now, the game will respawn me on that bouncer. I'm going to climb up here and make my position on the on top of this pipe thing here, so it will take me back here. And now if I do a super jump, the game still thinks the last grounded position is that pipe, so when I take damage, I'll land on the pipe and I'll go on the next platform. That was a very quick routing. And that is Blimp HQ Recon done. Thank goodness.
Wow, that was a lot in a very short amount of time. Nice one, Sly.
Alright, so now we have to quit out of the game and then re-enter the game. This whole process takes about 40 seconds, and the cutscene that we just skipped is like over 4 minutes long, so that's kind of worth it, I would say. Also, please ignore the HDCP screen, I swear it's only temporary.
Oh my god, illegal video?
No, don't tell anyone. We have to reset the game again because we actually have to skip 2 cutscenes. The first cutscene is the big 4-minute cutscene, and the next one we skip is just a slideshow that basically says, hey, we need to do this and this and this, and Bentley takes a really long time to explain what this is, so we can just skip over it by resetting the game and booting it back up. So now is the second most complicated job of the episode. This will be Bentley Murray team up. I'm going to set up a glitch here, but Sippy, do you want to kind of explain what the job kind of consists of, mainly? I know you are very knowledgeable on this game.
Yes, of course. This being my first time seeing an episode 8 run, I know exactly what's going on. So, we're gonna be playing as Broccoli. I think he's called Broccoli because he's green. We're gonna hack 3 computers around the World Hub, but we're gonna do a weird glitch to actually skip the actual hacking minigame for hacking the computers.
So we did a bit of setup at Sly. That's called, we set up a glitch called Fake Floor, where we land on an egg and then we despawn the egg, but then we land back on the despawned egg. If that egg despawns again, then the entire world loses collision, so we're kind of on a time crunch here to finish this hack here. And depending on how this first hack goes will depend on how fast this whole process will be, so let's hope we don't get let's hope we get the good outcome here. We go right through the walls of the hacks and we got the good outcome, so that is very nice.
Let's go.
So 2 things can happen. Either we lose collision and we have to jump throughout the entire map to get to our next place, or this happens where we can still keep our collision and just run about, and this is way faster, so that's very nice. Though these hacks can be a bit buggy with this glitch. We're still able to go through walls and cheese this entire hacking mission. We just need to enter the end keyhole here, and now we start falling through the floor. So now we're gonna have to spam jumps to survive. But this is still much faster than completing these hacks because this is the end of the game. A lot of the hacks are much harder than the rest of the game, so having a skip for these is very nice, and also they're very long. So hey, whatever works works. Spamming a few more jumps here, and if we land this correctly, we will activate the computer and we can just hack this third machine. Obviously, intended route, just go straight through the wall. And that's the Bentley portion done. Very nice, very quick. I'm very happy with that.
In his last dying moments, Bentley hacks the final computer.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure the characters do actually die in that cutscene, so that's what triggers this area to load. It's a really weird small thing, but yeah. We are going to be lifting these cylinders, and every time we lift a cylinder, a guard will spawn and try and stop us, but we can do some fancy shenanigans to make sure that these guards do not get in our way that much. By turning our camera around. Camera can control a lot of things with the guards in this game. If we just keep them out of our view, then they will try to get in our view to attack us. So we're abusing that so that they delay their attacks for however long we need them to. I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, yep, he's gonna hit me. That's why you don't want those guards to hit you. But there's one more thing that we can do with camera in this game and manipulating guards. We can also do guard spawn manipulation, which will be very prominent in one of the last few missions of the run. But for now, we go on through. So we lift these cylinders just so we can belly flop on them and crush them. Because for some reason that disables a door, and that makes our job easier defeating the boss of this episode, something or other. There we go. And that is Bentley Murray team up. And the next job is Murray Sly Tag Team. For some reason they really like the pairs with this episode in particular.
I think it's cool. The friends get to hang out together.
True. As they stop an evil bird from spreading hate across the land.
As you do with your friends.
Yeah, I respect it. So Murray has 3 main gadgets we're going to be using. We're going to mainly be using 2 of them. We're going to be using Berserker Charge and Turnbuckle Launch. So I think I gave Sippy some little notes on what they do.
Indeed. So Berserker Charge gives you a small boost forward at the cost of there's like a meter in the top left right below the health. There you go, that's the Berserker Charge right there. And the Turnbuckle Doohickey, it gives you a boost vertically. So we got a horizontal boost and a vertical boost.
Yeah, we are
for
going
Murray
to
here.
Oh, that was interesting. Okay. Okay, I've been pushed off multiple times apparently, even though that's never happened. Oh, okay. That has not happened. That's awesome. I'm gonna destroy this barrel. I should have looked at my health. I'm very low health. That's fine. We just need to go around destroying 5 alarms across the entire hub world. And once we do, we open a door, apparently. It makes sense somewhere, I swear.
If I'm understanding this correctly, you gotta throw 3 objects at each alarm to disable it, right?
Yep.
Or enemies, you can also use the enemies as things to throw.
Yeah, that's true. This is gonna be a bit risky, but we're just gonna go for it. Okay, I killed out all the enemies. Okay, never mind. Here's one.
Let's go.
Any more enemies? No. Okay, well, this is unfortunate. Small time loss, but we destroy the alarm. We're going to do a big shortcut here called Hula Jump, where we can try and ledge grab on the... I'm actually very low on health. Never mind. I'm not doing that again on this low health. Instead, we'll just go through here and open the door that we just unlocked, even though... It's interesting. We disable the alarms, but we force open this door anyway. It makes sense to some degree. So now we're onto the Sly portion. This is gonna be the most exciting part of the entire episode. You guys aren't ready for this.
Oh boy, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh my goodness, ain't no way. Someone please find the skip for this.
We've tried. Unfortunately, there is an extra trigger we have to hit. Technically, right above the spawn area is where the end is, but we have to hit a trigger up here before the game will let us, continue on with this job. This dialogue line that's playing right now is kind of the trigger, or the sign that you hit the trigger, so...
Yo, true Zyphals, get this homie a true.
It's true. That has probably happened to me before, just not multiple times like that. And we get burned by the laser wall because why not? And that is Murray Sly Tag Team. Now we're on
The
to...
Sly haters, extra burn.
Very true, very true. Now we have Sly Bentley Conspire, and casually this is one of the most annoying jobs of the episode, and even in the speedrun it really is annoying, but we may have some shenanigans we're doing. Yeah. So we're going to start the job up here. And we gotta go around collecting 5 keys from 5 different guards across this entire hub. This also happens to be the most annoying hub, so a lot of things can happen, but thankfully we don't have to worry about that anymore. Quite a few years ago at this point, we discovered that there is a little secret if we go to the coordinate 000, which happens to be up here. Look at this key counter here. We just pick up the keys. We can just pick up the keys at 000, and that saves like a minute or something like that.
How do you even find that?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Hexu was just messing around in FreeCam one day and was like, hey, this makes a noise. What happens if I try this? And yeah, you just pick up every single key and that you can pick up in this episode. For some reason, I think it's because this episode was more rushed than anything that's there. Because only one other place has that, and the other place that has that key mechanic, it's not very useful because it's too far out of bounds. But here in the hub world, everything is centered around 000, so we can really easily just access it and touch the keys and get all 5 of them.
Huh, this makes me feel like you're gonna get told you already have this egg.
So, we're going to destroy these light bulbs here. We have to make sure we destroy them in parallel, otherwise we fail and the entire room gets electrocuted. Very awesome mechanic. There are some sketchier strats we can do with the ability called Trigger Bomb, which just allows you to throw a bomb, which can break these light bulbs, but they're a bit tricky, and I'm not going to risk them. We're just going to take it nice and safe. So now we need to destroy some nodes for some reason. I don't know, there's some lore as to why we're doing this. It's never explained, but there is lore probably. Just going to be dropping some bombs there, and then I'm going to use one last adrenaline burst, which will carry over to the cutscene and take us straight to the engine disable. So now we've destroyed 3 out of the 4 engines. We destroyed all 3 of them internally, but this one we actually have to do externally. I'm going to set up a few glitches and whatnot to skip the first cutscene here. Very similar to the last time, we're just going to get a fake standpoint and use fake 4 to skip a cutscene. But if we just go up here and we despawn this light bulb, we'll land on the despawned light bulb, and if that despawns again, the entire world loses collision. Oh, we got the extra swag here though. And now Sly is falling through the floor, and Sly will instantly die because he hits the void death plane below him. Very nicely done. So now we have to destroy this engine externally with the mechanic of the TNT barrel. This episode gets more and more exciting every time. We have to very slowly move around the entire hub world. Basically like the furthest 3 corners of the hub world in this slow barrel. I'm mainly using camera manipulation here to despawn guards, any inconvenient guards in our way. So We need to go around collecting 3 chargers and blow up the engine. This job is painful casually, but speedrunning it's very boring because of guard spawn manipulation. Guards can only spawn where your camera is pointing towards, so if we just keep our camera away, guards will not spawn in our way.
Oh my
This
god, it's
obviously-
like Jack 3 or GTA.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's kind of similar to Jack 3 despawns, which you will see later in the marathon, probably. Well, not specifically despawning in the Jack 3 run, but that is a concept that exists. Yeah, we just have to memorize the layout of the entire map, basically, and come up with good routes around it. We got 2 out of the 3 chargers. We need to get our last 3 by going on this elevator, which is never used again in the entire game. Like, literally, the bouncers in this area turn into elevators because of this TNT barrel. We cannot jump out of it, otherwise I will detonate the TNT, because of course it will. But yeah, smooth sailing.
You make this look so easy. I bet you could do this in your sleep.
Honestly, I might as well try it. This is
Doctor told Blood he grinds in his sleep.
Yep. So I took an intentional job fail there because that actually resets some of the cycles. You will notice that there are these big fans, like the one to the right in the background there. There are these big spinny fans and they're on a big tilting cycle. We are going to be... we manipulated those cycles by taking a job fail, which resets them. So now, if we go here, we can now just walk along this fan instead of waiting for it to turn around really slowly. Alright, sometimes you can just fall off there for no reason, so that's a good thing that didn't happen. And we go up here, and the engine vulnerability is up here, I guess. And down it goes. And that's pretty much the meat of episode 8. Now we just need to clear out the end game. I'm going to reset the game because there's a slideshow that explains the end game for some reason, even though it's literally only 2 things, or 3 things technically, but yeah. Now that we reset the game, we will reboot the game and load back into our save file with the cutscene skipped. And speaking of cutscene skips, I'm going to do a really dumb cutscene skip that barely saves time and is kind of tricky and inconsistent, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. Why not? Maybe we hit it. I've been hitting it a fair amount today, so let's see. If I do this really specific setup, I can hit this guard off. And... okay. I'm not really gonna explain what happened, but we should be falling into the void and skip that cutscene. There you go, cutscene skipped.
Easy money. 10 seconds saved. Let's go.
That was really fast, yeah. I'm gonna rebind my gadgets so that I can use my pounce again. But yeah, that was really nice, really clean cutscene skip there. Now we just have to hope the rest of this job goes well.
This is the only time in the game where you're gonna see the mega jump pack, so enjoy it while it lasts.
Yep. There is a glitch in the PS2 version that lets you keep the mega jump pack, but for the most part, us PS3 enjoyers are gonna have to only use it for this mission, or you can use cheat codes, that's also a thing. Shoutouts to any percent with cheats, which the Mega Jump Pack is never used in because they made a really dumb requirement that you need 100% of the game to use Mega Jump with cheat codes for some reason. It's confusing, but whatever. We're just gonna go around and power down, or power up the 4 towers even. This is the first time we're actually powering up something instead of shutting down something. Just getting through, and we do have a bit of a secret strat for getting to the 4th one here, so...
Ooh.
Let's see if we hit it. We need to go in this balloon here. Okay, it's looking kind of low, but we got a small boost. I'll take a small boost. That does mean we have to re-equip though. Optimally, we would make it up here. So yeah, a bit unfortunate we didn't get the full boost, but we got a little boost. That's just a little teaser. We still did a very good job this split and got the cutscene skipped somehow, so that's always cool. And now we are going on to the last part of the game, the quote-unquote end game. We're going to Sippy, why don't you go ahead and explain this one?
All right. So, this job is very interesting and very technical. So, pay attention. As you can see, Carmelita's flying the copter, and we are gonna be Carmelita's gunner for this mission. And what we have to do is shoot the boss for a minute.
Yep. This is final boss. This boss is actually extremely difficult casually. It throws a lot of things at you, but, you know, it's more optimal to not pay attention to those things. Though we might die, or we might hardlock like I did in practice. That was really funny.
This is kind of like Ratchet 1 Hoven. You don't really need to pay attention to the damage that you're taking. It's more of a suggestion, you know. It's just there to kind of keep you on your toes and spook you.
That was a pretty alright clockwork fight. I'll take that. I'll sip some water to that. But now we are going on to the last part of the game, Showdown with Clockler. Our friends got kidnapped. The entire hub area is now destroyed and turned into floating pieces of debris. We need to do some parkour, but you know, who said we needed to? I didn't. Definitely not.
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. So we're gonna go here and try and line up this. Oh, I forgot that I didn't have that equipped. Come on.
Frick the rules. We make our own rules.
Okay, this is gonna be kind of slow. Ideally, we would, you know, make our way to the boss there, but we kind of had a bad path, so I had to cut that early. But just imagine that entire pounds chain sent me all the way to the boss. That's
It did in my heart.
It did in Sippy's heart. That's all that matters to me. So now there's a bunch of cutscenes. We need to smash the head of Clockler. There is a minor optimization we can do here and in the small parts of gameplay that we're gonna get, but for the most part, it's quite a bit of cutscenes. Some interesting dialogue about hate or something. I don't know.
You can tell Clockler is molding because she's losing all the feathers.
True.
And now Slice-Sonic is gonna attempt to hit both the eyes at once, but it's quite tricky, and it only saves like 3 seconds, so it's whatever.
Yeah, we did do a good amount of damage into the second eye, but we unfortunately didn't do enough to skip the second side. And that's the last time we'll ever play as Sly in this game. Now we need to play as Murray and then Bentley, not before they start talking about the hate ship that's never talked about at any point in this game. Bentley here says, hey, she has a hate ship. She said something about that when she very clearly didn't, but, you know. We'll let him believe he's the genius of the gang. So one last time, one last Berserker charge. That was a pretty bad one, but hey, I'll take it. And we gotta open the mouth of the bird. And suddenly Neela is there.
Who?
Neela? You don't know? It's Neela.
Who are you people?
Who are the people? Alright, now Bentley needs to throw one bomb in the mouth. Hopefully one. Yep, one bomb. And time is coming up very soon. As soon as we pick up the hate chip here, that will be time. And that's the run. Woo! Hey, 27.
Let's go, Slice-Sonic!
Yo, 27 is not bad at all. Very nice. I'm really happy with that, actually. I got 59 seconds off my PB somehow. This episode can... A billion things can happen in this episode, so hey, I'm happy with that. Yeah, bet these legs are now crushed and we go into the credits and wow, game is over.
그리고 결국 우린 여정의 끝에 서 있었지.
And that was the 8th episode in the Sly 2 miniseries. Hoping for a next season.
No one tell him that Sly 3 exists. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me. Some shoutouts to the people that have, optimized this game. This game, despite being really long, has been optimized to death. So shoutouts to the people that have, optimized this game. Shoutouts to the people that know episode 8 pound strats, because for some reason that's like 3 of us. Shoutouts to Hexu and QDF for grinding this down with pounces. I did my share of things. And yeah, shoutouts to you, Sippy, as well. Any words from you, Sippy?
Yes, actually, yes. Thank you so much for having me on as your moral support. And I hope I can speak for everyone, the runners and the viewers when I say shoutouts to Useless Brit. Thank you so much for throwing on this marathon, man. You're doing a great job. I know what it's like to run a marathon pretty much solo. I hosted the first ever Ratchet & Clank relay, tag teamed with Zem on that, and it was a lot on my shoulders, man, so I know what it's like, but you're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Shoutouts PlayStation Nation, much love.
True. Stick around, there are going to be more runs. It looks like next up we have Juice. Bishibashi Special 2, that would be a fun run.
그리고 우린 얘기를 나누기 시작했지. 과거의 몸에 대해서 얘기했어. 서로의